So in basketball, when we talk about who scores or contributes to the most points, why do we only selfishly think about who has the most goals scored as opposed to who has the most points contributed to? Because as I look at it, Steph Curry and Kevin Durant played together for 3 years. Steph Curry actually scored more points, if you want to talk about points scored and assisted on, than Kevin Durant in 2 out of the 3 years and cumulatively. Now, I'm not going to make this a Steph Curry versus Kevin Durant conversation.
Please don't.
But what I am going to do is say this. The greatest thing Steph Curry did was take a back seat.
Yes, he's greatly underappreciated. It's sad, too. Steph Curry's ankles robbed him of us appreciating him fully. But you gave a little too much of a Hallmark card to him in that moment.
How?
Dwayne Wade did the same thing to LeBron. You know why? Because we're athletes. We have an ego. Game recognized game. You don't believe me? Go to the LA Zoo. You will just see in nature, hey, we know who the alpha male is. As soon as Steph Curry is out there dribbling, what's up, KD? Welcome to the first practice. Here you go. And that's what that turned into quickly.
Phil,
I think the biggest thing, biggest difference with that is the fact that LeBron needs the ball in his hands. And their first year together, he wasn't getting the ball as much as he would have liked, or that probably would have worked out better. Steph Curry doesn't need the ball in his hands to thrive in an offense or on a team. So when you look at someone like Kevin Durant, that's another dude that I wouldn't say needs the ball in his hands, but he needs the ball more in his hands more than Curry. And so when you have those two together, it makes sense to have Curry running more off ball.
but when you talk about great as far as galvanizing success, that's where we sleep on Steph.
No, he has not been underappreciated. His greatness has been misunderstood. And that's where you were on the right track.
Talk to me, Slick.
Because I don't want to look at the numbers. Go to the right side of the screen. Look at the size. Because it's 6'3", 185 pounds, and even now at age 33, it is amazing how he's able to score the basketball. But make no mistake, he can't dominate the game the way that LeBron or Kevin or Kawhi or Jordan
me off this show.
or Kareem
Somebody put me on first
can
things first.
dominate the game.
Slick, you just told me that Steph Curry can't dominate a game like LeBron. You told me
Yeah.
Steph Curry can't
Right.
dominate a
Yes.
game like KD.
Correct.
Slick, I'm going
Correct.
to read you
Yes.
Steph Curry's last
Yes.
several games. 32 points, 36 points, 37
Okay,
points.
wait.
41
But
points.
as you do that, add who they played.
My Lord.
Who did they play?
You get-
You can only beat the teams that are sub 500 teams.
Steph launches a three and hits it at the buzzer. Little brother not happy right now.
I have a question for you, Mike. If Steph lets it, oh, come on.
That's it.
Yo.
Drop
All right, I've been silent for a while. What the is this? Bro. Danny Green is right there.
I have
Like, that's not a bad contest.
3-point Sixer lead. Curry for three. Puts it in. Steph Curry now 11 straight games with 30 or more.
Draymond.
Curry behind the back. Drives, pulls back, puts up a three. Bang! It's lasted 11 games.
Thanks for watching ESPN.
Shut the fuck up.
Steph Curry averaged 30 points a game the year before KD and them showed up. Steph Curry averaged 20 shots a game. KD shows up, he says, you know what, I'm going to chill out. He take 18 shots a game. Next year, I'm going to chill out. He takes 16 shots a game. So when KD is there, Steph Curry sacrifices anywhere from 2 to 5 or 2 to 4 shots a game. Steph Curry, that's anywhere from 5 to 10 points a game. We know the translation because he goes from averaging 30 points a game to 25 points a game. It's not that Steph Curry couldn't. It's that he chose not to.
And even then, it wasn't even that. He went from 30 to 25 to 26 to 27. In the last year with KD, he averaged 27 points.
That's
Like,
what I'm trying to tell y'all.
I don't know what we're doing here.
Man.
Kevin Durant's game talked to Steph's game quietly and said, hey, bro, do you want to do this with effort or do you want the path of least resistance?
Let's talk about the path of least resistance.
Durant handling. Durant down the left.
Is that the path of least resistance right there? Is that it?
Durant handling. Durant down the lane.
Or how about this one? Is this the path of least resistance?
Did an excellent job of going straight up. Durant, Curry.
Bro, they were literally almost about to do it again.
Julia did an excellent job of going
They were almost about to do it again. And then JR was like, oh my god.
straight up. Durant, Curry for three. Bang!
Remember when Max said Dame is a better offensive player than Steph during his hot streak? What?
Because who cares about that? Look, Michael Jordan is celebrated greater than everybody. He wasn't nice. He wasn't deferred, and he never was in that situation and the mindset. You know why? We are athletes. We are trying to get it all.
Michael Jordan was never in a situation where he had a player like that to defer to. Scottie Pippen is not close to the player that Kevin Durant is. It's a terrible argument. What is this?
Who has been more impressive in these Western Conference Finals, Steph or
So Draymond Green drops 20 points, 13 rebounds, 12 assists, 4 steals, and all of a sudden the 40 and then the 40 points just don't mean shit anymore.
Who's more important for this team? It's obvious.
Why
Steph's up here.
is he here? Why is he here? Sure, let's see what Perk has to say.
Draymond, I am trying to highlight how great Steph Curry is for this team. The fact that he went from being the plan B to the plan A, which is a much more difficult task than going from plan C to plan B, which Draymond does. He has a luxury that Steph doesn't have and is not afforded.
Who is this? This isn't the dude that we saw 5 minutes ago. Bro, this is what I mean. It's all like it's not real. They get told, hey, go argue this point, and you go argue this point.
through Draymond? Kendrick?
Okay, Marcellus, I have to disagree.
Go ahead.
Agree with you for the simple fact that I'm gonna say this first. If you was to take Draymond Green off the Warriors and put him on the Portland Trail Blazers, this team right now, and switch roles, Portland will be up 3-0 right now.
Why can't we just say, hey, Draymond Green is valuable, but he's not more valuable than Steph Curry? Why can't we just say that? Why does it always have to be, hey, nah, Draymond, it has to be one or the other?
I want to remotely diminish Steph Curry.
We're getting there.
He's tremendous.
Who in the cares about what you have to say, first of all? Double D piss? No, it's just a fact. Who in the cares about what Jason Whitlock has to say about basketball?
Steph is putting up
the
numbers,
Pels.
but he's not shooting a phenomenal percentage.
Oh, you're saying Steph didn't shoot a major percentage? 48% from the field and 42% from three. Not amazing? I'm just going to let you. Anybody else? Y'all done? And even Draymond, who I love, has come on record and said, I am playing a smarter brand of basketball. I have contained my emotions. I have lost 25 pounds.
There you go.
Guess what? I live in the absolute world.
Why did he say there you go as if that was like gotcha? He was making good decisions and he lost weight. There you go. If we want to go off of like relative impressiveness, then Myers Leonard was the most impressive player in that entire series. If we're going off of your logic, if we're going off that, Myers Leonard was the most impressive player in that entire series by that logic. And he had 30 in game 4. What do you have in game 3? I know in game 3 he scored a lot too. 16 in game 3, but most of these were in the first half. 13 of those were in the first half. In game 4 he had 25 in the first half and 30 for the game.
Why are we now not in?
Like, it's so crazy how these dudes that are at the top, like the arguments that they make can be broken down so easily with simple logic. Most of the times using their own logic. They get paid millions to argue. They have to be reading scripts. There's no way. Yeah, there's no way. They get millions to pay millions to entertain what they say. It doesn't matter to them.
We're not taking
Okay, y'all on my
The
island.
problem is that a lot of people watching these shows, like casual or Like people like me, like the hardcore fans like you and me that look at all these stats, we're not the ones watching these shows. The people that are watching these shows are the casuals that are watching basketball just in their free time. Those are the people that these shows are marketed towards, and it shows. The problem with that is that they see these takes and then they run with them because they take it as fact. And then they come across people like us who know what we're talking about, and they say, nah, but this person said this. Like, we should have never even gotten close to the point where I had to make a Dame versus Steph comparison video after 8 games.
We watched KD go on a run against the Clippers where we were like, oh, my God.
Yes.
He's the greatest player. And we thought him getting hurt was like, oh, my God, this is going to hurt them. And they haven't been hurt at all because Draymond is the key cog.
Draymond Green, the narrative of Draymond Green changes from not even day to day. It changes from minute to minute. Do you know how many people say if Draymond Green wasn't on the Warriors, where would he be? No, I'm not like anti-Draymond. Like I love Draymond to death. But yeah, 4th All-Star trash. Triple single. But when they want to, oh, look at him. He's All-Star, Mr. Triple-Double. Where would Steph be without Draymond?
Do we think they put up a fight tonight, or do they take the Dame Lillard injury excuse and just roll over?
You mean the Dame Lillard reason, not excuse?
I agree.
You agree?
I agree. That's a reason.
Anybody ever had rib issues?
What? Me? Yeah,
They say you can't breathe, let
No, you
alone.
can't
No, it's
breathe.
ridiculous.
No, it's
Shaquille
hard.
O'Neal broke mine.
Broke mine too.
Hey, talk. I'm listening.
Karl Malone got me.
It's
Don't
not
break
an
that.
excuse. It is a reason.
It is a reason, and it's backfiring by him not acknowledging it. That's the reason why he's not playing well as look.
Why would he acknowledge? Oh man, I wish I could play better, but you know my ribs. Bro, star players don't do that. I mean, your guy might do that. You know, oh, you guys like this cast, don't you? Dude, like other stars don't flex their injuries at the press conference.
All right, Kyrie's nice moves was one of many in the night last night in Brooklyn. The Nets survived the Hawks.
The Hawks pushing them to the limit. I had the Hawks making the playoffs this year, but I think they're going to be a dangerous out in the Eastern Conference, and I wouldn't be surprised if they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Trae Young is...
Yo, wait a minute. What was this? December 31st, 2020? Yo, he was right. He just said something right.
He has a chip on his shoulder. But I'm going to tell you, Trae Young is a top 5 player right now in the NBA. He cannot...
See, like, you had me and then you said that.
be guarded. You talk about Steph Curry, but this guy is Steph Curry 2.0 in my opinion because of the way he's able to
because of his quick release, you know, he can shoot the ball from far away. That's literally the end of the comparison. They don't play anything like each other. I never understood. I do understand it, but to say like we know what Steph can do, we know what Trae does. How are these comparisons still here? They're two completely different players.
And
like they don't play anything like each other at all.
But it's no other player in the league, probably other than James Harden, that I noticed that teams send traps at him soon as he cross half court or go boxing ones on him. They do it to Steph Curry a little bit, but Trae Young is on a whole nother level right now.
They do it a little bit. They do it a little bit.